So this particular topic is going to be back on credit sweeps, and we are on my Fiverr page, which talks about credit sweeps, but it's not as a plug to this course. But, of course, I am active in this community and working every day. It's just that I want you guys to understand it and needed a backdrop for the credit sweep part of it. So let's talk about credit sweeps and how they can affect you and it can affect your life, because there's a lot of misconceptions of information out there. So number one, if you do a search online on haveibeenpawned.com and you see your information, and I know that I'm out there, 21 data breaches puts me with all of these various companies. Now, what happens is there's these class action lawsuits that get held against these companies, and sometimes there's a big amount of money that you can sign on for and get, some compensation, or else they'll just get it back, or I don't know how they divvy up the funds when nobody claims them. But there's a ton of it. So what can you do? Well, you can go online and find out that you've been a victim. And when you do find out you've been a victim, you can print this information out and take it with you to your local police department. When you go to your police department and the police say, hey, what's going on? You can present them with it, and then they give you this police report. Now, I want to be very clear about credit repair and also these things, credit sweeps, because sometimes they fall into the wrong hands. It's really important to explain to people. This is a lot of misinformation. Credit sweeps for the amount of money that you are trying to hopefully make not come back onto your record, because you're going to make them do this extra investigation on it and it blocks it for this certain time. If it's a large amount, they're not going to be like looking around on public interfaces to see if you're the right person. If it's a large amount, they will go to the bank and see if you were the person that at least originally was making that money before you defaulted. And if they can figure that out, they will have a case against you. So for large amounts, just be careful. $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, you can't just say, hey, it wasn't mine. If it was because you think you saw something online that said, well, I can just hide behind it because I can block my information. Folks, that does not work. Please don't find yourself in that position. Fraud is a big deal, and don't want to see anybody out there getting in trouble. Now, if you are a victim, like in my case, and we'll be blanking out my personal email, but then you can take this, okay? And, part of why I'm such an advocate for credit repair and doing this every day is because I am a victim of it as well, from not only people using my information, but also from never having been taught it growing up. So this is really a special thing for me, credit repair. And I want to make sure that everybody out there does it the right way and isn't cutting corners, because it can come back to backfire on you. But also understand that when you have information like this that you can publicly show during like a loan negotiation and say, hey, this is kind of what's going on. Underwriting and lenders, they'll take a look at those things, but are you able to pay them back? That's really what they want to know. So, just stay positive. And I know that's a lot to add to this, but I have to stay positive because I'm also a victim of identity theft. All right, thanks for listening.